Hello mga kababayan, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Laruan ni Obi-Wan. The base figure of this custom or this kit bash or this modified kit bash or whatever you want to call it build is a Fortnite Midas Rex action figure from the Victory Royale series. So this action figure is available at your local Target. If you're interested with knowing the basic figure per se, visit one of my videos which I made a few days ago with this Midas Rex figure. If you're not interested in this modified build, so this version is already different from the stock version. So I'm going to discuss the things that I made and the concept behind this modified or custom build. So having just finished the TV series at Disney Plus, The Book of Boba Fett, I'm really happy that they included one of my favorite bounty hunters in the series, who is Cad Bane. But one of my regrets in toy collecting actually is I sold my Cad Bane figure a long time ago. So I am once again in search for a Cad Bane figure, and there is an Amazon exclusive, but taking a look at it, I was really not amazed by it. So I came upon this figure and took a look at the basic body and everything, and somehow something sparked in me to make my own Cad Bane action figure. Basically, the problem was you have a head sculpt that has a big hole, and the neck peg on this figure basically is just way too small to engage that big hole. So he taught me, Mr. R. David Hill, subscribe also to his channel, actually was just to make use of a glue gun. So what you could do, just easy fix, it could solve your action figure problems in just a few seconds. So just pour hot glue to the hole on the base of that head sculpt and immediately slam it on that small neck post, and voila, later you have a working action figure to your heart's desire. So actually the head sculpt on this action figure won't fall anymore. Could even take off this cap without disengaging the head from the neck, and I have a perfect range of motion. So the head stays, as you could see, I'm holding on to the head, and the body won't fall because the glue is nicely engaged with the head and the neck piece. So really great trick for action figure enthusiasts who would like to customize or modify their action figures. This Midas Rex action figure, once you first take it out of packaging, you would really have that Western vibes appeal. So even if it is a really modern looking action figure with that armor and all the beautiful details on the armor, basically you would feel that it has a very Western culture presence. So basically the thing that really stands out from me, of course I'm from Texas, would be the two holsters and the boots. So if you take a close look at the holsters, so they look like holsters for a 6-shooter, Western Colt 6-shooter. So even this basic figure came with a revolver, 2 revolvers per se. The next thing would be those boots. So take a look at it. So we have this thing over here which gives away really that Western vibe, and the point on the boot, so even on the other area. So even if we have a really modern looking design over here, this area is a giveaway. Those holsters are a giveaway. And however, the rest of the vibe or feel of the action figure feels that way. So automatically, somehow I just had that concept of making this action figure into my own personal Cad Bane. So it is nobody's Cad Bane, it is my Cad Bane action figure, my version. Okay, so I had this head sculpt. I was able, through a help of a co-creator in YouTube, I was able to make use of that awesome head sculpt this time, because this has been lying around in my parts bin for a very long time, and finally this head sculpt and this hat has finally found their home in this Midas Rex action figure body. So problem solved with the head. And the next area that I worked on was the waistline, because the waistline was just way too small on this figure, considering that he is a guy wearing a body armor. So you're supposed to be quite bulked or beefed up because you're wearing a layer of protective equipment on your body. And if I don't put anything on the waistline, the head is still going to poke out because it would look quite big with a very small waistline. So I looked through my parts bin and I was able to find this belt piece. As to the origin of the belt piece, I really don't know whether it's from a Marvel Legends or a DC Universe Classics action figure. So I really don't know anymore, because somehow I made use of that buckle for this belt and it is already missing. So I just took some cue from looking at the TV series, The Book of Boba Fett, and he wore his waist bandolier this way. So most of the pockets somehow were up front, instead of having a buckle on the front, on the waistline over here. He had all of the pockets up front. So considering that this already was missing a buckle, I took a cue from that. So right now the waistline of the figure, it really is okay. So with that belt buckle or that bandolier on the waist. So next thing was for the pistol. So I already took out the revolvers, which were general issue or stock issue with this action figure, and replaced them with a set of pistols from a G.I. Joe Classified series action figure. So this pistol is from a Duke action figure. So I had two, and the good thing is that these pistols looks like they are energy based weapons, and they have gold painted on the slide of the pistols. So somehow that gold finish matched the body armor of the figure. So the next thing I did was to make a way to fit this pistol on the holsters that are already attached to these action figures. So I made cuts, and I made really use of the drill to really provide relief on the materials inside of this holster, so I could possibly fit this pair of pistols on those two holsters. So right now, with the retention straps on them, they actually just work fine. Okay, so the other piece of equipment that the bounty hunter Cad Bane had was a pair propulsion systems on his boots actually. But I'm really not a fan of that. Somehow I would rather have a jetpack, something of the jetpack that the Mandalorians would use. So I have a collection of McFarlane produced Spartan action figures, actually a lot of them, which I still would possibly need to review in this channel, and they had these jetpacks. So from the one of the Spartans, or I think the ODST, Orbital Dropshot Troopers, one of those figures had this. So it looked quite like a Mandalorian jetpack, except for it didn't of course contain a missile pad here, but it had nice yellow paint on it that somehow still matched the color of the figure. So instead of having jetpacks or propulsion systems on the side of these boots of the boots of this figure, anyway, this figure also has a peg hole. I just cut some pieces on this ODST or Spartan jetpack by McFarlane, and the peg just fits nicely on the back of the figure. And as you could see, it really does not protrude much because it is just right and small. Actually, it provides or accentuates the back of the figure. You really don't think that he has that much bulk on the back, just looks right actually. So he has two pistols, he has the jetpack, of course. Trademark Cad Bane accessory would be the hat, and somehow that head sculpt possibly looks like a Cad Bane to me, so I made use of that, even if the color is actually yellow. It's okay, it's my figure, it's my custom Cad Bane figure. And since Cad Bane in one of the episodes in Clone Wars also showed proficiency in the use of a lightsaber, so aside from energy-based weapons, I also made a lightsaber for this action figure. So really I just don't mind the color of the lightsaber as long as it is a lightsaber, something that he could use if, for example, the dual pistols are no longer at hand or has really extinguished power or ammunition. He still has a bladed weapon or a cutting tool to fight with, or possibly get that bounty. Okay, so that was my thing that I did. Those were the things that I did to this custom action figure. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's go to the photos and the video shots.